I'm not sure if my audio was actually in there at the moment in time, but let me just restart just to make sure. Much love, respect, and appreciation to anybody who is here at this moment in time. We're going to go over a few different topics. Again, let me know where you guys are from um, and how you guys are doing at this moment in time. The first video that we are going to, you said it wasn't. Yeah, I figured. But it's cool though because I had to get some stuff ready in the background anyway. So it is what it is. But we got a few videos directly to go over. So we got this first video here, which is St. John's Town Center in Jacksonville, Florida today. This man was videoing women, my mom, my mother included, in the women's restroom. He ran from the cops. We wanted him found and arrested. Please share. Yo, what is up, Trills? What is up? What is up? Much love, respect, and appreciation, good sir. Shout out for the donation, good sir. Much love, respect, and appreciation. I would actually said something the previous day for whatever reason. Whenever you guys happen to send donations, they don't allow you to actually write anything back, which I find to be pretty stupid. I wish they would, in a sense, change that instead of us just being able to put, down an emoji. So yeah. But let's just go over this video real quick.
Nobody let this guy out.
Delete the recording.
You cannot get out.
You have recording of us using the
You're
restroom.
recording of people.
What is up,
going
Mr.
to the
Allen?
bathroom. You cannot leave.
No, you need to delete it
Call
from
the
your
fucking
phone.
No,
cops.
I want him
Everything.
arrested.
Call the
You're
cops.
you're
That
not
is
supposed to
fucking
be in that
bullshit.
bathroom. You arrested
You
us.
violated our
fucking
fucking
cops, man.
privacy. You're so fucking sick for that. You know that? Huh?
Doesn't matter. Don't delete them all. I want
Nah,
it all.
man.
I want it
That's
all.
fucking sick.
No,
No, you stay
no.
here.
Call the fucking cops.
No,
Not
you
allowed.
stay
You're
here.
not leaving the store until someone
No.
gets strapped.
Delete the recording. What is wrong with you? You're fucking sick.
You
You need to fucking delete.
So let me just go back and show y'all what was captured right there. So the same man that you saw standing up, the 6 foot tall something, decided to go into a female bathroom, right? Sitting down, you can obviously see that this is a stall that he's sitting down on. Sitting down on the stall, and he has his phone tilted to basically see women using the bathroom. This is what we're looking at right now. And this is when I've always stated before that women need to be very cautious whenever they are out, whenever they are, going to the bathroom, whenever they're going to dressing rooms or whatnot, because you never know who is specifically in any of those areas. Again, this was a full-fledged man. Let me go back to the image. This is a full-fledged man that was caught being in the women's bathroom. Caught. So why wasn't he arrested? I'm just trying to figure out why wasn't he arrested? We obviously know that was him. If we keep going directly through the video, I think we can actually get a look possibly at a point in time of his shoes right there. Same shoes. Same Air Force Ones with the brown, the brown or the tan type of soles. Same thing. And this was the dude that was in the women's restroom. Why wasn't he arrested? I'm just trying to figure out. And this is the main thing that I've talked about before. And as I've told you guys before, a lot of people tend to pick and choose videos when it deals with stuff like this. I can place videos directly out here like this to let women know, like, yo, you need to, be on your P's and Q's. You need to, keep your head directly on the swivel and make sure to watch out, for a lot of guys directly like this. But, a lot of women choose and opt not to pay attention to videos like this. This is a man giving a warning about other men directly out there that don't mean any good, that mean all types of harm. And again, using a platform, or at least trying to leverage a platform in order to educate those out there so that they are in the know of who these people are and what these people look like. And again, to my knowledge, this person did not get arrested. I don't have any footage of this person being put in handcuffs. I don't have any footage of the police showing up or anything like that. This man Trill said he looked like Jeffrey Dahmer. He does. Like, it's like I said, that's crazy. That's facts. That's actually let me actually put that directly up there. That's quite spot on. That is actually quite spot on. That shirt it looks like it's hanging on a hanger. Like that's crazy. That's 1,000% crazy. But like I said before, some people are going to choose to pay attention and listen to these warnings. Other people are going to opt not to look at these, but then find other videos problematic. So again, I'm also putting that directly with it, you know. So we're going to look at this next video here and see what this woman has to say.
Guys, I'm going to call a spade, but something that I have noticed as of late is that your everyday walking around woman, most of the people, in fact, that you are seeing on social media are, in fact, now prostitutes. They are literally selling it to the highest bidder, and they are advertising that they are selling it to the highest bidder. The expectations now is that you empty your entire wallet if you want to have a good time. And I suppose if you want a very good time but a short time, that might be one way you can go. But you're probably not going to want to try to invest much more than that, because these women are going to leave you on the drop of a dime. Don't have a bad day. Don't get fired from your job. Don't let something go upside down, because they are not in it if you're not winning it. Okay,
Facts.
that's just where we're at. So what I am trying to tell you is, if you don't find someone who's humble, if you find someone who is always looking for flash, always posting their ass, always going above and beyond to talk about the newest, the latest, the who's got what and who's who in the zoo, those are the women you want to avoid. You want to avoid them at all costs. You want yourself, not the I'm Miss Independent, because they never are. It's a lie. They're going to bleed you dry. You want to find yourself an everyday, regular, wholesome girl, a girl who doesn't pile on a ton of makeup, a girl who is happy with who she is, a girl who has humble beginnings, because at the end of the day, those are the ones who are more than likely going to give you a fair shot. Anything south of that, and you're going to find yourself in the land of baby mama drama, and it ain't worth.
Now I'm gonna sit up there and say, she ain't lying. There is not anything that she stated within that video that was a lie. And again, this is a woman that is clear cut stating that. Now, I know how some people like to get, some people start liking to roll off the live stream when videos like this come up. But if you're mad at the truth and got a problem with the truth, it is what it is. The reason why I love videos like this is because you have people out there that are a part of the demographic that will honestly tell the truth, and the truth that need to be shared. A lot of other people want to try to stand by and body block for a whole bunch of ignorance and different things of that nature, when realistically you have a difference in the class of women that are out here, and we all know this. But it gets convoluted because you have so many women that are like, oh no, even though this woman is a degenerate and she's not doing anything good and positive for the community, I still have to stand up for her because she's a woman. No, you don't. Every woman that I've ever talked to has always told me, do not ever measure them or try to compare them to any other woman because they are different. But within that same breath, women will put themselves in that same box as that negative woman in order to defend all women. And I'm like, that's not, you're doing yourself a disservice as a woman to literally defend women out here who are degenerates. You're literally doing, me myself, I'm not out here as a man trying to perform any type of good deed by defending degenerates out here, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, Tyrones, or anything. I'm not doing that. There's no reason for me to. They got their own coalition, and they can all do what it is that they want to sit up there and do. At the end of the day, I'm not going to sit up there and tarnish whatever I got in order to defend them because, oh, I'm a man. I can't let them talk about all men. No, no, no. By all means, go ahead and talk about them. All I'm saying is that, people need to learn how to take that criticism. They need to apply it where it needs to be applied to. If it don't apply to you, then guess what? Keep it moving. If it does apply to you, well, you got a lot of work to be done. A lot of work needs to be had. That's the best way that I can sit up there and put it. But like I said, shout out to women like this who get on social media and they tell the truth the way that they need to tell it. And again, I promise you, she's going to be one of those mothers out there. If she ever has a son, I'm not sure if she does or not, or if she's married or whatnot. But if she's like this, I promise you, she's going to have that conversation with her son and let him know how these girls and how these women are directly out here, because she don't want him to get marked. She don't want him to, you know, get seen as some type of prey by these girls and these women directly out here. She don't want her son to be used. So, like I said, shout out to women like this who are on social media giving the hard, honest truth that a lot of others out here don't want to talk about. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Mr. Allen said, no lies detected. Trill says she ain't lying. What's up, Tippy? Tippy said you just had to go live with SmackDown is on. Hey, I don't keep, it used to be a point in time where I used to keep track of wrestling. I haven't kept track of wrestling in probably some decades at this moment in time. It's been some time. Tippy said, Seji, what are you talking about? Well, just talking about different stuff on social media, different problems, right? So we started off with a male going into a women's bathroom and deciding that he wanted to video, and do stuff of that nature. And was again trying to let women know what's specifically going on and how it is that they need to keep their head on the swivel, and how it is that when I happen to, do certain videos like that or put that information, a lot of women tend to duck the information or those videos, even though they say that men are problematic and men don't try to fix the problem or protect women. Again, I'm using both platforms to, give out that information. And then the second video had to do with this woman basically giving the honest truth about a lot of women out here, how they are out here just trying to use men for what it is that they have. And that the moment in time that that man has that money, if he has a bad day, bad health, or whatever it is, they're going to duck out and leave and find somebody else. And she's not lying. She was specifically just telling men out here, just like, yo, go for a wholesome woman. If you are looking for a relationship, go for a wholesome woman. She's going to give you the best shot possible to actually have a relationship, to build a relationship, to actually get married and want to get married, right? And now we're about to go to the next video. What is up, King Black? Yo, man, I sent you a message, I think, on Discord or something. I was asking you for because I'm trying to put numbers back in my phone because I ended up getting a new phone because my previous one died. So it's like, yeah, you probably gotta send that directly through what's the name? No. I tried to hit you up on it should have been like Discord or something. I sent you that message on. Tippy said you need to watch it now. The Rock is back. True said I'm watching SmackDown too. Black First Coffee. What is up? King Black said, trying to talk to this man about X-Men 97 for days. LOL, forgot about all. No, I've been trying to, I tried to sit up there and send you messages. Tippy said, I remember a video of a father recording why fathers should go to the bathroom with their daughters. Yeah, I think I did show that video during a live stream. I might, if I can go back in through my files and find that, I'll add that into a solo video. Again, it's a double-edged thing to talk about that stuff. Trill said we got another Discord. No, I'm still on the same Discord. I'm still on the same Discord. I might just build another one. I don't know, possibly. We'll see. Pink said, hi, what is up? Black First said, you got it, brother. All right, so we're going to go to the next video. So I want to get y'all's opinion directly about this video when you just so happen to hear it. I know it's a little bit delayed for some people, so I just want to remind you guys, if you want to stay up to where we are in the live stream, all you have to do is hit the live button and it'll directly put you to where we are at this moment in time. So let's get to the video.
Black Americans hate them the most.
If you make a list of like the best black people, a lot of them are African Americans.
Yeah.
But if you make a list of the worst black people, the African Americans, like they hold us back but bring us forward.
Literally.
Like 10 steps forward, 10 steps
Because
back.
they got Martin Luther King,
Yeah.
but then they got Sexy Red.
I remember
It's not just Black Americans, it's just Americans in general are just stupid.
Now, if there was like a country that wasn't on Earth, bro, it
America.
would be America. Like,
Literally.
I honestly believe that people, when you go to America, you leave the planet.
Genuinely,
Because like they'll be surprised that like flipping Russia,
surprised there's black people
that
here.
Russia and Germany are not next to each other. They're like, they think Europe is just one road.
Literally. Imagine, I'm in Europe, like, oh yeah, I got a cousin in Europe. Where's he from? He's
Like,
from
they're
Luxembourg.
like,
We're not in the
bro,
same
that's what I'm
Europe.
saying, but they're like, yeah, man, I'm coming to Europe, man. Let's meet.
Let's
you
link
meet me,
up.
man. I'm coming to Europe, man. They arrive, they call me. Where are you, man? I'm like, yo, bro, I'm in Manchester. Where are you? Yeah, man, I'm in Sweden right now. Over there, yeah, like they're convinced that whatever's happening there,
That's right.
like that's it.
That's what's meant to
They
be.
don't know life outside of America, bro.
Bro, let me let y'all know some. Shout out to any of the other people directly in the diaspora who are not like this. Shout out to y'all. because there is so much ignorance out here. And the main thing that I get tired of seeing as a Black American, somebody who was born and raised, who has generations here, I'm tired of seeing and hearing conversations about us when you got people like y'all over there living in Europe. Y'all over there, like, you still got colonization going on. You still got slavery going on in different areas. Like what is happening? Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do we still get to a point where Black people, Black Americans in America, in a sense, minding their business. We're trying to do for self. We're trying to figure out stuff. We're trying to fight a multitude of battles that are going on, both physical and psychological. And we get to the point where we got other people who are mimicking and copying us, wanting to say that the innocents hate us and we're the worst people on the planet. Because the dude tried to switch it. He was first talking about Black Americans. He was like, no, just Americans in general. Nah, man, you're talking about Black Americans. Everything that literally you do and say came from us. The way that you dress and style yourself comes from us. The way that y'all tend to do y'all music when y'all want to sit up there and rap, and that came from us. If it was not for what we do, what we sacrificed, what we gave up here in America, anybody else out here that is Black, yeah, y'all be lost. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what else to sit up there and tell people. I'm not exactly sure. Me as a Black American, I never sat up there and ran from where it is that I was born or that I came from. But I see a lot of other people who decide that they feel like, oh, because I know my native tongue, I know my history, I know this, I know that I can sit up there and talk about Black America. Because the main thing that they love to sit up there and say is just like the main trope that people like to use, like, oh, Black people don't even know who their actual father is. Other people in the diaspora like to sit up there and say, oh, well, Black people don't know where they came from. They don't know their native tongue. And right, people get so hyped. It's so weird to see people have that conversation, but I can sit up there and say that I did not sit up there and run from my native area, from my native continent. I didn't run from my area in order to try to find a better life. I didn't do that. Like I said, if all of your traditions and everything that you got are what they are as great as they are, you should carry that every single where. You shouldn't be sitting up there talking in English. You should be talking in your tongue, but yet you are. We still got people here in America that have not gone over and learned English as a secondary language. They're still speaking their first language. And I'm talking about the Hispanic community. They're still out there talking. Anybody who speaks Spanish, that's first generation, they're staying first generation and primarily only speaking Spanish. So like I said before, they're coming from wherever they're coming from, and they're still speaking their language and still getting the job done. So how is it possible that all these other people from the diaspora have all of this negative stuff to sit up to say about Black Americans, but you would not be here in America if it wasn't for us? It's crazy how people don't know or tend to forget about history. That's a very important part of history. Just like a very important part of history is the fact that the Statue of Liberty is a Black woman. That's why you got chains that are hidden on the feet, on the ankles. So like I said before, and that was a gift from over in Europe, because Black people sat up there and won their freedom. We fought and we won. So that was a gift that they sat up there and made. And obviously some things got changed in translation because America was like, oh no, we're not going to sit up there and have something such as that as the opening window for everybody else to sit up there and see. We can't give any ideas. Oh no. We have to still sit up there and show that we have some type of control and all this other type of stuff. Like I said, you got hidden history in plain sight. If you are to actually take a trip to New York in a library, you will see the original mini sculpture of what the Statue of Liberty looks like. So I don't want to hear people or quote unquote Americans here talking about anything being whitewashed. A lot of history has been whitewashed. I don't want to hear nobody talking about stuff being blackwashed, right? Or stuff being tokenized. Or what's the other term that they like to use now? If you ever happen to see somebody using DEI or something or rather online, you already know who and what they are, because people will use that terminology instead of trying to say woke or in order to try to say other things, but they're primarily just talking about Black people. So if you ever happen to watch some of the American streamers out here, and they're live streaming and they're talking about certain games, and the moment in time the game appears to have black people in there, you'll start seeing it. Because before last year, it used to be all woke. Anytime that you saw a black game or a black character, just in one game, just one black character, you would just see everybody in that stream. Oh, it's woke, 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 all this woke stuff and all. I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like I said before, this is how I know that black Americans are the most important on this planet. That's how I know, because we are so copied, but yet we are talked about so horribly all over the world, even amongst people who don't even have interactions with us at all ever. But yet turn around, sit up there and copy the culture, the music, the way that we talk, the hair. They even try to go so far as to do blackface, which is trying to mimic and or copy, the skin complexion of black people. But when it's time to actually, battle and fight and stand up for black people, ain't none of these, nobody's here at all. And I also want to make this very clear too. These types right here that you were able to see, like all of these that you were able to see, you heard the accents, these would be the main ones having talks about reparations. I can't tell you how many podcasts I've seen where people who don't have any history here in America, like they literally just got here. They know English and whatnot, but they just got here and they're up here trying to be in a conversation about reparations. You have no right to speak on what it is that black people have or should not be getting. You don't have the historical context. You don't got the knowledge base. You don't got the bloodline. You don't got the generations to touch this conversation. That's like me having a conversation about if the Haitians deserve money from the French after beating their ass directly out of Haiti and sending them back up to Europe. Why would I be sitting up there having a why would I really, in a sense, try to go against them when I know historically what has happened? I would never sit up there and do that. That would be stupid. That would be quite ignorant and quite stupid. Like I said, I understand and acknowledge and know the history of Haiti and how they sat up there and fought to free themselves. And then they took that same thought of liberation over to South America to help free them. Literally. But yet, even when I give that same respect to other people directly out there, notice how black people here don't get that respect, how black Americans here don't get that respect, even though we got history. We got books directly written out there, even though people want to try to discredit, oh no, that's fake news, that's this, that's that. Nah, it's real. It is 100% real. Like I said, I got the book called The Delectable Negro. That's real. Like I said, a lot of people don't want to talk about that. In the many other books that I got about the stuff that was happening during the slave trade and a lot of things that was taking place negatively to black Americans here generationally, how they were treated, how they were dismantled, how they were eaten. Nobody want to talk about that though, but everybody want to sit up there and talk about how black Americans don't deserve reparations. And they want to talk about, oh, well, when we got here, we're just pulling it from the mud and we're just doing, what it is that we do. But you black Americans, you guys are lazy. You guys don't want to work for nothing and XYZ. I just want everybody to sit up there and know, look at what's happening to some of the immigrants that are coming over here right now. They're getting money. I'm talking about they're getting like 12 to 1,400 upwards to like 2,000 in some instances. They're getting $9,000. So you mean to tell me that every single immigrant that has ever come over here, they just been pulling it directly from the mud? Bullshit, because I got a book, like I said before, dealing with Cubans. And it specifically states going through all three waves of how it is that the United States government was funding, helping them out, giving them housing, helping them start businesses. So like I said, whenever you hear a lot of these people talk about, oh yeah, they just earn everything straight from the mud, every dollar that they got, they didn't get nothing from the government, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I just want y'all to know it is straight bullshit. Like I said, if you don't believe me, go look at all of the news stories that are directly out there from all of the 50 states where migrants are coming directly to America and they're receiving thousands of dollars. While Americans who have been here, they're paying their taxes, they're doing whatever it is that they need to sit up there and do. They're not getting any type of help, even if they need it. You might, as an American, you might just be having one down moment where your job might have just laid you off or something like that. You go to the government acts like you're bothering them. The government acts like you are a hassle for them. But yet that's your money that they've been taking from your check all the time, and you're just asking for a little bit of that back. See how people act? But then people tend to forget that the government is supposed to work for you and not you working for the government. See how backwards everything is? How everybody is afraid of the government. Nobody wants to speak up to the government. And the government can just walk over and do whatever it is that they want to sit up there and do. I want to put this back to the point of slavery, just so people can get the context. Everybody is on a plantation in America, literally. You got a few slave masters out here, about 4, but you got hundreds of thousands of slaves on this plantation. You do the numbers. you do the numbers. Let me know if the math is mathing for anybody out here, because it ain't for me. And this is the main thing that I sat up there and told a lot of people, specifically years ago. I sat up there and told people, like, hey, it's going to come to a point in time where everybody's going to sit up there and be a slave, and everybody's going to be in it. And I'm not trying to hear nobody cry. Like everybody sat up there and told black people to shut up about slavery. When the slavery is now happening directly in front of your face by all the laws, rules, and regulations, and whatever else they want to sit up there and do, I ain't trying to hear nobody cry. I'm just going to be sitting up there smiling and laughing, because I'm like, hey, you didn't want to listen. You told black people to shut up, so I expect everybody else to shut up. That's all I'm saying. That's how I roll. Like I said, if you don't want to listen in the beginning, don't try to sit up there and say something later, because later it's too late, because you're already in the thick of it. But like I said, I need for a lot of people out here that copy Black American culture in a variety of different ways to shut the fuck up when it deals with us in America and what it is that we have to go through and still fight for. Again, Black Americans ain't running. We still here. We are still fighting. No matter how much the struggle is, no matter how deep we are in this, we are still fighting to sit up there and recover a little bit of something. We're not allowing other nations to literally come over to our areas, and we're just freely selling our land and our people again. Literally. So like I said, I need people to actually fix their faces and their mouths and their necks before they start talking about, Black Americans. That's all I'm saying. That might have been a little bit too long of a rant, but we're going to go directly to the next video here.
So, do you think that when you shake ass in the camera and stuff, like, men are going to look at this and be like, that's a girl who I want to make my wife?
I don't give a fuck. I don't want these. Let me tell you something, baby. I was raised by my father. Fuck you niggas. I date one of you niggas and I keep 2 in the chamber.
So
at all times. Fuck you niggas. I don't give a fuck. I'm my wife.
Do you not want to be a wife one day, though? Do you not want to be a wife one day, though?
When I'm old,
When you shake ass, I need to know your connotation of wife.
Yeah.
Because I'm a lot of niggas' wife.
Okay.
I'm a lot of niggas' type.
Do you have a ring?
I got plenty of rings.
Bitch, I forgot to put my other
I'm
pinky ring
iced
back on.
I'm iced out. Let me put the light on that shit.
But has a man ever...
Let me put the ice on that shit. Yeah.
So, to any men that are currently a part of this generation of women, my condolences and Godspeed, because there is no hope for you. That's the best that I got for you. There is no hope. And I want to note, and because a lot of people like to sit up there and say, like, oh, it wouldn't be like this if the fathers were actually in their life. You heard her, because I don't want to hear nobody writing that in the comment section. I don't want to hear I don't want to see none of that in the comment section today, because that ratchetness just sat up there and told you, like, yo, I was raised by my father. So where was the mom at? That's all I'm saying. She didn't say nothing about her mom, though. Notice that, though. She was like, I was raised by my dad. So is F all you other dudes directly out here? I ain't trying to be no wife. What you mean, wife? You saw the aggression. You saw the masculinity that was there. She is her own superhero and villain at the same time. I promise you, she is going to be single forever. At a certain point in time, if she don't got kids, she will have kids, both of them. Because they think at this moment in time that they the hottest thing directly out here. The other one in the pink, she was like, I'm a lot of guys type. I'm a lot of guys' wives. All right, sure you are, sweetheart. You're just there for that time. That's it. That's all it is. shout out to Hack for the I think what is that, like a super sticker? It's been a minute. Hack said, Black First Man, glad you got it back. Much love, respect, and appreciation, brother. Work in progress. Work in progress. Let me tell you, it's hard work and dedication. Hard work and dedication when you got to do stuff yourself. Let me tell you the struggles, the struggles that you have to sit up there and go through. And I did actually mention this to y'all sometime before. I think it was like January. I had mentioned it, to you guys before. So yeah, hard work and dedication, brother. Much love. Like I said, I've been working on a great many of things because you got a lot of villains directly out here trying to, make sure you stay down. Sometimes it would be your own people. It'd be tough out here in these streets. That's why I always told y'all, persevere, stay focused, and whatever it is that you want to do and accomplish, just make sure you sit up there and do that. And the goals that you have is going to be a very lonely road for you to sit up there and walk, and it's only meant for you to walk, that road and to come out as that champion that that you are. So yeah, it is. Again, much love and respect to Hack right there. Trill said, I noticed the past few years they throw that Killmonger haircut on almost every black character. Yeah, I'm tired of that. That needs to be retired. I agree with a lot of other black content creators. Just because that seems to be the hot thing right there. Don't just start throwing that in there like the fro or the cornrows. Please don't. Like it's very annoying. I done seen over like 10 characters that already got it, including like biracial characters. I'm like, come on, what are we doing? We got too many. We got, even as black men, we got variety in hairstyles, but there's only at least 3, 4, maybe 5 types that they literally give us in every single game, which makes no sense. But everybody else has 99, and a lot of those hairstyles come directly from us. And I'm like, how do we do this? Especially when it comes to, like, let's say like the braids. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, whatever. Like I said, this is what we need to control the narrative on that. Mr. Allen said, I'm not sure Shame and Conscious will ever return. Oh, I got you. People are on demon autopilot. Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. At one point in time, the main thing that a lot of people used to say is that they're on demon time. So again, people need to understand that words are power, and those words will stick directly with you. So if you sit up there and, in a sense, call yourself a demon, you classify yourself as that, you're going to start to embody that over time. So it is what it is. Hack said, may I make a suggestion? No problem, sir. No problem. You can make that suggestion. Trill said the Killmonger, cornrows, I said bros, braids, a fade, and then the fro. Yeah, that's pretty much all we got. And we've had everything in between. We've even had like different types of hairstyles for the fro, even if it's just for like some fashion type of stuff, like design wise. Yo, it's been some crazy. Like I said, let a black barber be the one that's going to design the hairstyles for black characters. I promise you're going to know. And when those hairstyles start showing up, you're going to start to see everybody else look around and be like, oh man, my character not black, but I want to sit up there and wear their hairstyle. Yeah, because y'all got nothing like that. Like I said, black Americans, we do a lot of different hairstyles. We do a lot of different hairstyles. We're doing stuff out here that ain't nobody else sitting up here doing. Like I said, you can historically just go back and just look at people and how they dress, how they walk and talk, and like, come on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, you said or locks? Yeah, that too. But everybody got locks now. Magically, historically, everybody done had them. So I'm waiting for everybody to have a fade. That's what I'm waiting for. I know somebody's gonna sit up and say, like, oh, well, realistically, actually, that's military, babe. Okay, that's cool. But it can be military and whatnot, but fashion-wise, black Americans are the ones that made that a fashion trend and still are using that culturally. Like I said, there's a clear-cut difference between people doing it for survival and training and people doing it for culture, because that is a style that is aesthetically something that people actually like. It's a clear-cut difference. And we got different types of fades directly out there, ones that they are not sitting up there doing in the military. So again, you got one standard ass military type of fade, and then you got the other iterations of that exact same fade that was made by black Americans. Just True said, that's what we get in games. That's facts. That's facts. Hack said, stop making these types of videos because no matter how hard you try to help our people, there will be people who will try and get your channel taken away. You can't help stupid people. Yeah, that's facts. That is fact. You know what, Hack? Let me just put that up there because I love this comment. I love this comment because I just got to sit up there and showcase this. Hack is pretty much the little bit of the consciousness that I have left, in a sense. Like every time I sit up there and do these videos, there's a little part of me where I'm like, yo, man, I got to sit up there and try to help out black people. I got to, try to sit up there and save, people. I got to try to sit up there and like really do something with, the platform that I have. And then I sit up there and look back all of the years, and then I look back at all of the time that, the channel was pretty much down. And I'm like, damn, all of that work that I sat up there and did, what do I have to show for it? Where did it actually get me at the end of the day? Just sitting up there, just struggling, just sitting up there trying to, figure stuff out. All by the meanwhile, just watching everything else move. And I'm like, damn. So yeah, I'm working on that. A transition will be taking place at a point in time, whether people, in a sense, tend to like it or not. Because like I said, I did a lot of sacrificing, which, like, again, behind the scenes and everything, a lot of sacrificing in order to, try to just do this while everything was down. And it's like, yeah, all just to sit up there and see, no response, or magically people just like, leaving and doing all this other stuff. I'm like, damn. And I'm like, that just let me sit up there and know it's like, you got to realistically do stuff that's in a sense beneficial for you. You can't keep sacrificing at the detriment of yourself. And it sucks. But this is why I sit up there and I tell y'all all the time, for those out there who have supported me throughout the years and a part of Patreon, Cashapp, PayPal, whatever it is, much love and respect for y'all, because, without y'all, I would not have been doing the stuff that I, been able to do every single day. And like I said, I got a list of all of y'all. So, that's something that I look at, consistently, to remember those folks, directly out there who've been there. Because like I said, when you gotta literally, because coming from a content creator perspective, when you have to literally do everything by yourself, you start to see and perceive things way differently. The moment in times that you are actually like down and you really are like, yo, how am I going to make it? Yo, how am I going to do this? How am I going to sit up there and do that? You're going to sit up there and see, who is actually there and who's not. So this is why, from my perspective, I told a lot of y'all, if you ever want to, start a channel, do what it is that you love to do. Don't think that you got to start going into content creation, trying to sit up there and save black people, because shout out to J. Cole. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. Don't save them, because a lot of black people don't want to be saved. It took me a very long time to sit up there and like really come to that conclusion, literally having an internal fight, an internal battle, to try to come to grips and to come to terms directly with that. No matter how you decide, as I've given you guys examples, no matter how I decide to slice the content, it can be as critiquing. It's not a word. I can I can try to critique it as best as I can and try to give the good, the bad, and the ugly and show all sides. Somebody out there will still have a problem. Somebody out there will still, oh, you shouldn't be talking about black people. Oh, you shouldn't be doing this out in the open. While we've been having this conversation, we got enemies amongst this. It's all this other type of stuff. Like I said, some of the main videos that got me, like, in a sense, knocked down on YouTube dealt with me trying to warn y'all about kids and the people that's going after them. Again, I was putting out this information, even though it was affecting me negatively behind the scenes, and inevitably sat up there and got the channel to where it is. But again, I was doing that because, hey, you got kids out here that don't have a voice to speak for themselves. I also got other videos that I just recently seen as well too. But I'm like, you know what? It's not even worth sitting up there posting, even doing any of those videos no more. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, people don't care about kids. Just like when I happen to showcase videos like this where you got people telling the honest truth about society, and I'm trying to just give a warning out there to both men and women, it's at the detriment of myself. You know? So it's like, Hack is it's sad to say, Hack is 100% correct. He's 100% correct. And it took me so many years, what about like 6 years now? That's a long ass time to sit up there and say it took you that long to sit up there and learn a lesson, but it took me that long. But that's because I actually care, and I want to sit up there and see better for Black people. But again, you can't sit up there and help people that don't want to be helped. And for damn sure, I'm not about to be sitting up there trying to be doing this from the grave. I'm not. No, I'm not. Like I said, people got it. People got it. Like I said before, and I said over and over again, people going to get what it is that they want, and you either live long enough to see yourself die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And I done died too many times and came back trying to be a hero. I am done. I'm done with that. I'm so done. Like when I sit up there and tell you, so yeah, content wise, stuff will be changing. You will see some stuff directly up there. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave Black people alone. Y'all got it. Y'all 1,000% got it. Y'all so got it. It's not even a joke. So when I start seeing complaints in the comment section about people, and they're talking about like, yo, why the content change? Yo, why you not talking about Black issues and Black problems? I'm letting everybody else do it. Because like I said, I learned lessons. A lot of other people are more suited to talk about these things than me. So I'm just going to sit up there and do what it is that I want to sit up there and do. And I'm going to let everybody else flourish directly in the sections of talking about politics and trying to save Black people and trying to awaken the consciousness of Black people, because I'm about to be a part of that business. Like I said, people got it. I got it. I got it. Like I said, I'm not nope. Like I told y'all before, I didn't had too many instances of Black people wishing the worst on me, trying to get me deplatformed and all this other type of stuff. Y'all got it. Y'all went on that. So congratulations. So when the past videos that are no longer up here, when all of that stuff tends to happen now and in the future, I don't got nothing to say. I'll let everybody else sit up there and speak on it and talk about it. You win. You win. So there you go. For all of those sitting in the background silent, that's been waiting for me to stop talking about the Black community and Black men and Black women, y'all got it. So when the defeat basically takes place and stuff is inevitable like Thanos, it is what it is. Don't come to me talking about, oh man, you done changed. What happened to the content? This is what we're talking about with these fake conscious. Nah, miss me with that bullshit. Because again, when this platform was completely down and out, and people looking for some type of hope or some type of assistance, some type of a hand, a lot of people ducked out. A lot of people left out, never to show back up ever again. And I'm like, damn, that's cold-blooded. But, like I said, it is what it is. So this is why I give my love and my appreciation to a lot of y'all that's been here consistently. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all a lot. Appreciate y'all a lot for the things that y'all do visibly and also in the background as well. Because some of y'all have been the most consistent people that I have seen within years. And I can sit up there and tell you, and I can go back and look at a lot of comments or through a lot of live streams. And it's only been so few of y'all that's actually been consistently here on these platforms throughout the years. So shout out to y'all. Shout out, pat on the back to all of y'all. Shout out to all of y'all here, and much love to all of y'all out here. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit of cleaning and a little bit of changing. pretty soon. Hack said, just do gaming and general news. and get paid. Yep. And that is going to be the way. And like I said, the only reason I'm posting it like this is because everybody is going to know the change that is going to sit up there and take place. And this is a change before Hack even listed this. This was a change I was contemplating for years, but I'm just like, man, no, I gotta really do something for Black people. I gotta really sit up there. And I'm like, I'm doing everything for everybody else, but I ain't doing nothing for myself. And this is when I told y'all before, you got to make sure to take care of yourself. You got to make sure to look out for yourself, because a lot of when it does this content creation, a lot of people ain't gonna be really looking out for you like that. I literally got a few people out here that have reached out and that have looked out for me, and quite a few of y'all are directly in this live stream. Y'all reached out to try to look out for me in one way or another. And this is why I sit up there and tell y'all I appreciate and I love y'all a lot. Like, y'all are literally the fabric and the core of these damn channels that I got directly up here, because I can't say that about any and everybody else. I can sit up there and tell you. And some of those people, I can literally go back on a list for over the years, and I can sit up there and tell you exactly who those people are. So, like I said, changes will be sitting up there coming. Miss me with the bullshit on having problems with, the content that you want to see, not in a sense being present or up here anymore. Because again, when I do certain content, people didn't sit up there and support it. And y'all know that to be facts, because I can look at both channels and I can sit up there and showcase that. So, yeah. So nobody can sit up and tell me I didn't sit up there and try to put in some work and get some stuff done, because I did. Bohoko said, good evening, Seji. Have you tried Stellar Blade demo yet? Oh, yeah. I played that. Stellar Blade is dope. I don't know what Phil Spencer and everybody else is doing on Xbox, but that was quite a goof to try to sit up there and say that they want stick figure women directly on the system. That's nonsense. That's 1,000% nonsense. But Hack, also speaking on what you just listed, the whole rest of these videos, in a sense, they encompass exactly what it is that you said not to sit up there and talk about. So again, I'm going to just do it in a way of making, trying to trickle that whole thing, off pretty much starting with, this live stream. So the next live streams will have, again, generalized, type of, news and stuff like that, especially stuff dealing with gaming and stuff like that. So when I happen to do that, I already know it's probably going to be a few of us here. It's probably going to be about maybe 10 of us, in a sense here, during those live streams and stuff like that. Because when I've actually done that before, I saw the numbers, so I know exactly what to expect. So I don't have, high, ridiculous, expectations of getting 400 or 200 or 1,000 people, directly into the live stream. Like I said, I'm cool. Whatever 10 that we got directly in here, we're going to be sitting up there working with that and, making a lot of stuff happen. Like I said, that's all I need is a few people. That is it. that is all I'm going to sit up there and bet on. I will sit up there and bet on 10, and that's it. That is it. If more sit up there and show up and come, it is what it is. But I already got my set numbers, so I already know what to expect. Bogle said, yeah, man, I agree. You do so much on your channel to help the community and the people. Bash and attack you. Shaking my head. Do what you got to do. Much love. Much love. Trill said, you watch Black Spider Guy advice. Nah. I ain't see that. I'll look it up after the live stream. You said his videos are funny, but he speaks truth on every single one. I'll check him out. Tippy said, I'm in the background and was watching wrestling. No, Tippy. No, a lot of y'all are some of the ones that's been here. I ain't mad at none of y'all. I ain't mad at none of y'all. It's everybody else that I know that sooner or later I'm going to have a problem with, because they're going to roll up at a point in time looking at the content and trying to figure out what's going on. Though that's going to be, the problem. And I'm going to just try to figure out in my mind right now what my response is going to be, if I will write a response or if I won't. Because it's going to be a very general copy and cut, pasted response every single time that I see it. I'm going to be botting it up every single time. So I'm just trying to, get that, those sentences down in my mind at this moment in time. Yo, Sonny, what is up? What is up? What is up? You said, what's up tonight? Going over a few videos, dealing with problems in social media. Said, why should he dress like a teabag? Hey, that's the new generation of how people tend to dress. That's what's in, as the people like to say. Hack said, and another thing that might help you get anime reviews, yeah, like I said, I'll start going into the stuff that I'm actually like interested in and whatnot. Like I said, I'm about trying to be as transparent as possible. So the previous videos that I have done, I am going to sit up there and leave those up there because I'm about being transparent, because I ain't trying to have nobody thinking that they have an aha moment like, oh, this brand new content creator is now in this section. Let me see if I can get any dirt. It ain't no dirt here. Because the channel is going to be as transparent as possible, because the stuff that I say is the stuff that I've said. If those people want to have those conversations in the future, then we'll clearly have those conversations. And I'm still going to stand on the stuff that I have stated. So I guess it's not going to be much content for those people. So, it's going to be quite a boring video with them talking to themselves, because I don't got time. I don't got time. So, one way or another, some new, as soon, this is the thing, Hack, that I'll sit up there and tell you. The thing that I've realized is that no matter where you move and no matter how great you do, more problems will arise somehow, some way. Problems will arise. Like it's crazy. It is crazy. Wait, how did I scroll down? That's a little bit crazy right there. Sonny said she got no shape at all. That's cold-blooded. It's cold-blooded, brother. But we're going to go to another video, and we're dealing with a Karen, and we're dealing with two very popular young streamers at this moment in time. One being Kai Cenat, and the other being I Show. Oh, let me just pause there real quick. So he did. I watched a lot of their content before, and again, I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that they sit up there and do. But he did that because I'm pretty sure he was getting frustrated instead of like hollering and trying to rage out, because he understands the perception. And you see all of these women. Now, I want y'all to know, they're having this conversation. Two black streamers, right? Having this conversation. They're going through the store, just trying to get some ingredients, trying to make some fried chicken, right? You see the oil directly behind Kai Cenat, right? So then as they're having this conversation, I'm pretty sure other people in the aisle could sit up there and hear it. You see all of these women start rolling through trying to see what's going on. So again, they have to sit up there, and this is what I talk about with people before. When you are black, when you have melanin directly, I know they're both from like different areas, right? Technically, I Show is like actually South American, and Kai Cenat is from bloodline wise somewhere else as well. But in America, when you have melanated skin, and you're a man, this is what happens. You're minding your own bed. Again, what they're doing is silly at most, but that's not bothering nobody. That's not stopping nobody's day. That's not inconveniencing nobody or anything like that, right? But she felt as who she is, being in America, she felt that she could just automatically just start having this conversation and trying to set the rules and tell them, oh, you can do this and you cannot. Like, yo, like you're doing way too much. You're doing way too much. I would love to sit up there and say that a lot of the stuff that I cover, is like it's skits, is just fictitious or whatever. But I've gone through stuff similar to this before, where you've had people like this who feel that they can tell you certain things, like, oh, you need to, dress differently. You should actually, as a man, you should sit up there and smile more. Make you seem less aggressive and all. Like I said, I've heard and dealt with this stuff before. So pay attention. They're literally trying to diffuse the situation. Kai Cenat was like, yo, man, you know what? God bless. Usually that's the way to diffuse the situation. Like the person is like, you know what? It's cool. God bless. Have a great day. Whatnot, whatever, XYZ. She wasn't trying to hear that. She wanted to further have an argument with that. So then when Kai was like, you know what? Since this is the problem, I'm just going to sit up there and get out he couldn't even finish it before she was like, shut up. This is what I'm talking about. You have a lot of people out here like her that just want to have a problem and have an argument because they know what the optics looks like. And they know that a lot of people, because I looked online when I watched this clip, so many people were sitting up there siding with that woman. I'm like, that makes no sense. She literally bothered them. She came out of her way. She's using all of her, instead of shopping at her old age, she decided that she wanted to be nosy. She wanted to try to tell these young guys what it is that they should do and should not do. She's like, oh, I had to sit up there and really police the situation and let you know that you're really a bother to everybody that is here. And you're being so disrespectful. They're not doing anything to anybody. You know how many times I done went to other communities and I done seen grown men or teenagers or young men of other communities doing this exact same thing and nobody says anything? Like I said, but people don't want to pay attention.
Come on, you got to have some respect.
Now, notice the disrespect. She is literally trying to trigger a reaction on purpose. She's acting like she don't know what she's doing. And this is why I try to sit up there and tell people. A lot of them, they know exactly what they're doing. They know the words that they're using. She already didn't try to sit up there and touch him. And he was like, yo, just please don't touch me. And she acted like he was the problem. Like, oh, you're being ridiculous. Oh, you're behind the time. No, don't touch him. You're a woman. He's a man. And he's black. He's melanated black, whatever. Don't do that. Don't do that, because if he were to sit up there and put hands on her, do you understand what the optics would be? Do you understand how the Justice League and Transformers would show up, the X-Men and the Brotherhood? Like, yo, they would be getting roughed up real quick. There would be a whole bunch of people trying to pull out cameras and film stuff. Like I said, yo, stop touching people. And I get tired of seeing people like this that always feel like they got the avenue to sit up there and lay hands on people. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. This is we're not in the 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s. We're not in 18, 17. We're not in none of those. Stop doing it. Just because your ancestors did it don't mean that you can sit up there and do that now. And then she sat up there and called them like idiots, told them to shut up. Craziness. And then trying to sit up there and say and keep referring to them as boys. What are we doing? These are for all intents and purposes, for everything that they're doing out here, they are grown men. For all intents and purposes. I'm pretty sure that the people in iSpeed's family, they don't have to sit up there and work. I'm pretty sure that he is supporting people in his family. He is housing people in his family. I'm pretty sure that Kai Cenat is housing people in his family, including also friends as well. So to sit up there and say that they are not men, they're doing a lot of things that men are doing or should be doing at their young age. But she repeatedly still wants to call them boys. Like I said, people need to pay attention. Hold on, I can't zoom in, but I want y'all to see the woman in the background. See how that works? See how the optics are being put? So you got another woman that is familiar in complexion to the woman speaking, deciding to silently pull out a phone in the background. She stopped all of her shopping to specifically film this interaction. I wonder why. And that's what I'm talking about. Because whenever we watch a lot of these videos on social media, we never know how the conversation started. We never know how we got here. This is how that happens. She had all of that time where she was at the back of the aisle to literally start recording. You could have probably heard the audio back there because I'm pretty sure it was quiet in that store. She decided, out of all of the conversation, we're probably about we're about at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. This is the moment where the woman in the background started recording. So again, just to let everybody know, whenever you happen to see videos on social media and people are like, oh, I wonder what happened in the beginning. Yeah, we saw the beginning, but she's recording in the midst. She made sure to try to pop out her phone and start recording when Kai Cenat started getting real angry. When his voice was starting to raise towards a woman like her. Interesting, isn't it? Like I said, I promise you she's going to put that on some other side of Twitter or Tumblr or whatever type of site that they got out here, and they're going to try to change the optics and the narrative of this. To try to say that this woman is innocent and look at how these streamers are treating her and being so aggressive, and look at how nice she's being, trying to just simply explain. That's, like I said, that's how they try to change the perception. So like I said, there's a multitude of things happening in this video that I need people to actually pay attention to. Now look at this. The woman in the background, she went from her shopping cart as soon as another woman appeared and was like, yo, guys, what are you doing? You can't be doing. Where did you come from? Where were you at? So when we were at, let me see, when we were at the start of the video, when we were like almost 4 minutes back, why did this woman in the glasses never show up? Why did you never interject yourself? But the moment in time that you hear a little bit of octaves directly from these guys, now people want to start really showing up. And then you see how the woman that started filming at the 3 minute and 40 minute mark, or the 3 minute and 30 minute mark, how she made sure to move directly over to now get this new perspective. Like I said, this is how they sit up there and frame a lot of people directly out there and try to make it seem like something that it's not. And how it is when we have conversations like this, nobody knows how anything started, but you automatically can assume who's innocent and who's guilty. Like I said, that's how crazy that's how. Now notice how that whole situation got diffused. That dude had to roll up there and be like, all right, I actually follow you. I know, who you are. Like he already like knows stuff. And he's handling the situation. The situation should have been handled 2 minutes ago. I mean, three minutes ago when they tried to defuse the situation. But you see how people started trying to, switch things up. And again, the one Karen, Karen number 2, who decided to keep touching Kai. Like, yo, for a lot of y'all out there, stop touching black people. Stop touching people. Stop touching people. Stop touching people. Stop touching people. Stop thinking that you have the automatic right to go out here and lay hands and touch people. We are not on that type of time. We are not living in those times no more. Stop doing it. Because the moment in time that people start reacting differently to you touching them, then it's going to be a problem. Then that's going to be newsworthy. And nobody's going to care on how the situation started. Like I said, stop touching people. If people are telling you to stop touching them, stop doing it. He already told one woman to stop doing it, and then another woman came up and did it twice. Like I said, and people get mad when people react a certain type of way to a type of touch. Yo, that's crazy. But like I said, I'm giving it up to these two for understanding the optics. And no matter how frustrated that they got, they did not overreact, because I saw it from both of them. Like they were trying to keep each other cool at different points, because one was about to just sit up there and go off, and the other was like, yo, man, you can't, let's just, stay calm. And then when Kai was about to blow up, because he's not gonna do what Ice Speed did. He ain't gonna be like, yo, he's not gonna start barking and stuff like that. You're gonna tell and be able to know that he's actually frustrated. And Speed was like, damn, it's like, yo, you gotta know we can't do this. You gotta stay focused. You gotta, stay cool. You gotta stay calm. Like I said, respect to them for doing that, because they literally just saved themselves. In that instance, they literally just saved themselves in that instance, because that could have been something completely different, because literally you are outnumbered and you got a multitude of people with different angles that are not on your time at all. So like I said, this is why I try to tell a lot of people out here, you got to understand the perspectives and the perceptions that are already out here. If you are from another area, you have melanin, or people consider you as black, you are going to be deemed as that, seen as that, and treated as that. This is pretty much what this video is. So, like I said before, it's very tough and it's hard out here for, black men to manage their emotions. It's because no matter what you sit up there and do, and again, they weren't sitting up there really trying to holler and raise their voice and hoop and holler and get nervous. They weren't trying to do none of that. They were trying to stay as calm as possible. And she was doing the calm antagonizing, and she was throwing jabs and all this other type of stuff. Like I said, she knows exactly what it is that she was doing. That's why she was sitting up there doing that little smile, that unsincere smile that she was sitting up there doing. It's crazy. It is crazy. But like I said, shout out to them for realizing what was going on. Now, this one is going to be a little bit interesting. I would love to hear what you guys got to say about this one.
Nara Smith got her entire hair braided in these tiny little perfect braids. I physically cannot. My entire dream since I was a little girl is to have my hair braided like this, and I have not been able to do it, but I don't think you guys understand. Like, I am obsessed. I think it is the most beautiful hairstyle in the entire world. When I was younger and I would go on any kind of tropical vacation at the beach, the first stop, like literally we would land before dinner, first stop was to get my hair braided. Obviously, it's the most beautiful thing, but it's also so practical, and I don't think you understand. Anyone who doesn't have curly hair will not get this. I'm not allowed to go near the water. Like, my head anywhere near the water, if my hair even sniffs the ocean, poof, month over, year over, like my hair, it can't handle it. I live 10 feet away from the ocean and I can't go swimming. I can't remember the last time as an adult that I put my head either under the ocean or under the pool water, and all I want to do is feel free. All I want to do is be able to go swimming and diving like a little fish in the water and come out and just have my hair sit like this in these little perfect braids. I don't know what to do though. I guess I'm basically asking, am I allowed to do this or not? Because if I can, I will do it. I want the little tiny ones. I want them long. I want them all over my head. This, I'm not kidding you, is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen, ever. I'm obsessed.
Right. So we heard that. So let me just get back to the comments of previous. So from the previous video, we said what we got. We got Mr. Allen said, I wonder if she will have the same energy for the newcomers to this nation. Hack said it's about policing Black people. Sonny said the Caucasian elder communities insults with subtly so the trick is to be as oddly calm as if you can't hear them and make an embarrassing statement about them that only they could slightly hear. Keyshawn said he walked away once before talking about the security guard and stated nothing, which is true. The first time I've been in here for a while. Okay, I got you. Sonny said body language. What could you have to tell me? That's facts. Keyshawn said, what's good, Seiji in chat? I finally caught a strain. Much love, respect, and appreciation. Glad that you are here. Sonny said, we don't have a problem with our emotions as much as our skin they do. That is facts. So the part of the video that we're on right here is dealing with this Caucasian woman who is stating that she wants to get the same braids that a Black woman in the background basically has. She was like, hey, these braids are so beautiful. I want to know if I can actually get these because I love to go swimming and I really can't do it and put my head under the water with the hair that I got because it's not going to come out, how she decided to get it done, right? And she was like, I would love to get these braids because they're just so beautiful. They're just so nice. They would allow me to be free and to just go in the water and dive and all these other types of things, right? It sounds pretty wholesome and all these other types of things. But I will say this. A lot of Black people, including Black women, have specifically told women such as her that, it's not very feasible in a sense for you to get those types of braids because it's going to cause certain issues with your scalp or is going to lead to very severe hair breakage because your hair is not meant to do that or to be in that type of style. Everybody tries to make it seem as though that everybody is equal and everybody can do whatever it is that everybody else can do, and that is just not the case. Like I'm tired. There's a lot of double standards. There's a lot of things directly out here that people can do and cannot do. Let's just stop with the nonsense. Like I said, everybody here is different. This is why when you go to salons, whenever women go to salons, you have stylists. They have to go to school. Certain stylists know how to deal with the generalized type of hair, which is straight hair, and other stylists are experts when it deals with Black hair. Any type of curls, they know how to sit up there and detangle, work with that, manage that, and build it, make it shine, and do all of those things. Every stylist out here, like when you go to Supercuts, no, people at Supercuts, chances are, don't know how to deal with Black hair. I'm just going to be honest. That is not what Supercuts is for. That is for ordinary, type of hair. Just like if you were to go to a barbershop in a small town, they're not going to know a lot of different styles. They might not know how to even deal with and manage your hair. They're not, because they're not going to have an actual understanding. Just like if a Black woman was to go to a salon in a very small town that has nobody that looks like you, they're not going to know what to do with your hair or to manage their hair. They can only theorize and then just do what it is that they naturally do with their own hair to you, which is going to make it brittle. It's going to sit up there and break, and they're going to do a whole bunch of other things. Again, not having the understanding of how your hair basically works. because people are different. And it, like I said, facts are just facts. So again, she can do whatever it is that she wants to sit up there and do. She better just understand that those braids are not going to stay in there for long. If you got straight hair, those braids are not staying in there for long because your hair does not lock. The only time that your hair basically locks is when you got a ridiculous amount of oil. This is why VO5 and different things were invented for straight hair, in order to get all of that oil directly out, because that's how their hair is supposed to be. Now, when it comes to black people, our hair, we're supposed to have natural oils directly in there. It's like in a sense how you would consider like the earth, how trees in a sense grow. Like when you got like that type of soil, that type of nature that's around the hair that allows it to grow and to be healthy. Again, everybody's hair works differently. Everybody's hair is not the same. I can promise you that. So now we're going to go into the exact same video, but there's going to be an explanation coming from somebody from her community.
I have my hair braided like this, and I have not been.
You might have to turn up the video.
This particular creator has her stitches and duets off. Can't possibly imagine why. However, I do have something that I think could be potentially an idea here. So for context, white, also Turkish. So from what I understand, a lot of the reason that black women, black folks tell white people that 1, box braids are bad for their hair, 2, cornrows, box braids, those sort of things are part of their culture, has a lot to do with not the fact that it's specifically a little tiny braid, but I'll put a picture. Like this is a cornrow. I believe it's called a cornrow because of the way that the hair is parted. It's braided and you get this scalp line, this cornrow, and it's very tight to your scalp. And here's some box braids here. You can see the very tiny parts that are shaped like a box. That's what I believe the reason they're called box braids. And this is like a really tiny, like micro braid style, sort of like what that creator was looking for. These kind of parts that are super close to your head, very tiny, they put a lot of pressure on your scalp. And when you have a hair texture, sort of like mine, many Caucasian women have this, trying to think of the word for it, like a not curly hairstyle that can hold that kind of pressure, you can get, traction alopecia, all sorts of nasty things. Your hair will start to fall out. That's why black women are like, please don't do this. Like, not only is it culturally insensitive, it's bad for your hair. And you'll hear a lot of the time, white people will be like, oh, like, other cultures did this. It's not just exclusive. Other cultures didn't do that specific kind of parting. We don't know what the Vikings did for their hair, right? However, part of the reason I bring up the Turkish thing. So this right here is a Turkish girl in the 1960s. Most Turkish people have, a hair texture similar to mine, but as you can see here, there is about couple inches or so left off of the scalp. So that tiny braid does not, pull down on your scalp, cause a lot of wear and tear on the hair. I think this could be a really cool way to potentially achieve that, small braided style that you may be looking for without doing anything that's super damaging to your hair or culturally insensitive. So yeah. I just thought this was like a cool thing, and I hadn't seen anyone bring it up. So
yeah, let me just keep it right there and highlight that. Now, you heard a woman of her culture explaining to the other woman that, yeah, the other hairstyle might not be good for you because you're going to have problems with your hair later on. You might even lose some hair, right? And she stated that coming from Turkish culture, you see a Turkish girl in the background who has braids, but it's not the exact same type, right? It's braids, but it also allows their hair to just be directly there, right? So again, and the funniest thing is, I used to sit up there growing up, I used to see girls like this with hair like that. They used to have braids like that. But for whatever reason, I guess they started looking at how the black girls and how black women were braiding their hair. They're like, oh, that looks nice. Maybe we should sit up there and braid it a little bit further up too. Maybe you shouldn't. Because again, everybody's hairstyle is not meant for everybody. It's not. Like I said, the hairstyles that black men do with their hair when it deals with like froze, yeah, that's not going to work for everybody because everybody's hair cannot hold that type of style. Like you got a multitude of people that do like, let's say like artistic type of froze where they do designs with their hair. Everybody's hair cannot hold that design because their hair is not built like that. Like our hair literally stretches for like the sun. Like it stretches like a tree. Everybody's hair ain't doing that. It goes in every single direction, literally. Everybody else's hair points down to the ground. Our hair defies gravity. Like I said, everybody's hair is different. Everybody's hair is literally different. So again, people need to treat their hair culturally how it should be treated and stop trying to pull every single thing that somebody else is doing with their culture into their culture, because you might be doing it at a detriment to yourself. You might be really harming yourself at the end of the day. And all of that great hair that you might have had once, it might be a fading civilization because you decided to try to do what other women of other cultures are doing because it looked nice at the detriment of you, right? Keyshawn said the original woman mentioned nothing about culture. All she talked about was looks and swimming. I mean, yeah. It's always an aesthetic type of thing. But like I said, when it deals with copying hairstyles, the styles that black women do are going to be copied because they're easier to, in a sense, copy. You're not going to have a lot of dudes out here around the world trying to copy the different hairstyles that black men have, because a lot of people don't have that type of hair. Their hair is not going to hold. So, this is why I sat up there and told black people, like, yo, just start switching stuff up. Do stuff that only your hair can sit up there and do. Like I said, nobody else is going to really be able. There's going to be a few select some that's going to be able to actually copy it, but it's going to be a few select some out of the world that are going to literally be able to copy it. People are just going to have to like stare and look and all. That's it. Sonny said, "Oh, that's cold blooded. Is that a Pac-Man symbol down there? Oh no. Those are just okay. Okay, I got you. I thought that was a Pac-Man symbol. I thought that was a Pac-Man symbol down there. So let's go to the next video. I forgot what this one was. Oh, okay. So I'm going to let y'all just read the caption directly for that. Right? I'm going to let that marinate for a minute. So now that you see the title, you repeated it to yourself over and over again. Let's listen to this conversation here, right?
Rather do that than have to the guy for money.
That's interesting.
What would you rather? A girl hit on you?
I just feel like that power dynamic would never exist, where a girl would be like, I need a shit on you I'll pay you though. This only happens for women. This is insane that a woman could just,
I know. She
could have literally nothing, but a little bit of followers, get DM'd, and her whole life be changed by like someone who wants to on her chest.
Right.
That doesn't happen for men.
If I was living in a tent smoking crack, I would probably be down.
Yeah. You think it's circumstantial.
Yeah. Fly my ass to Dubai. I'm ready to go.
Get shit on.
Yeah.
Get 100 racks.
On me wherever.
Damn. That's wild.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, everybody was able to hear that, right? And that was coming directly from a woman. And she clearly said that, yo, I would rather have somebody use me in that manner versus me actually laying down and sleeping with them. Let that sink in. Let that just let that sink in. And then she took it to a further extent. She was like, well, if I was on drugs and I was down and out, circumstantial, just fly me out. Give me those 50 racks, 100 racks, just for doing that. Do it wherever you want to sit up there and do it. I'm like, oh my God. And this is why I sit up there and tell people you don't know who it is that you're talking to and what it is that they have done. This is why I sit up there and tell people the past matters, because the past has consequences. The people who keep saying that the past doesn't matter, they don't want to own up to the consequences of that previous life or whatever it is that they did. That's all that is. Whenever you hear people that sit up there and say that the past don't matter, the past always matters. When we look at history, what do we sit up there and try to understand so that we can see the future? We look at the past. We look at historical charts and data. That is past information in order to chart and understand the future and the present. So again, a lot of people say some stuff that sound good, but it's actually completely stupid, because everything that we have right now was built on past information that we collected and we're still using at this point in time in order to gain understandings. It's crazy out here. It is crazy out here. That is crazy. That is crazy. No. Pink, this is the thing, though. She is saying that. She's saying that because she understands the dynamics and she understands what's going on in her community. That's why she said that. This conversation had to do with women and people in their community. She died. Well, you know what? Let me just walk that back because I don't know what the previous part of this conversation or who they might have been talking to. But if I'm looking at the situations of different states where people are losing their lives over different narcotics, and primarily as people of her community, I'm thinking from my perspective, I'm thinking that she's specifically talking about the women in her community because she used herself as an example. She used herself as that stand-in. So, I'm not looking at it no other type of way in a sense, but how it's being presented. And again, she's talking to a man of her community. They're both a man and a woman of their community, respective communities, are having this conversation. Like I said, they know what it is. They sitting up there seeing families and different things like that. There's a lot of stories out here where you got these ultra rich people that are reflective of them, and they're losing their sons and their daughters to narcotics. They're up here, they're in college, they got millions and billions of dollars, and their kids are just losing their lives to some simple stuff. It's crazy. Like I said, money can't buy happiness. Nor can money buy respect. That's pretty much what I got, directly from this, But what is up, Pink? Much love, respect, and appreciation. Sonny said, people who deny the past want it to happen again. Yeah. This is why I showcased a lot of videos before where it was nonsensical when a lot of people want to say that, oh, stop focusing on the past. No, the past matters. Because the moment in time that you forget or you want to skip over the past, it's going to happen again and again and again and again. So whenever I start hearing people in politics start saying that, I'm like, oh, y'all just want the same thing to repeat. Y'all want to get rid of all of these books. Y'all want to get rid of all of this history and make it seem like it never happened. You want to start from a clean square. Nah. Anytime that people want to start from a clean square like that, that's somebody running from a situation that they don't want to take accountability and responsibility for. That's all that is. Shout out to the United States. Always running. The fastest runners I've ever seen in my life. Shout out to y'all. What do you say? Even the sound nasty? That's crazy. Keyshawn said, realistically, if she were doing narcotics and came up on 100 racks, she would blow it all on that realistically. Yeah, she would. She would go right back to that same situation. She would be living that lavish life, and she would waste all of that money on drugs. And then she will end up more than likely losing her life even quicker than what she would have if she was just on the streets, destitute and broke. It's crazy how it works. It's crazy. Sonny said, progress, no Congress. So let's go to the next video. So let me just mute this. This is what the past looks like. She captioned it saying, I'm going to be married with kids by 25, right? But you see her, let me restart this. Let me see how many guys that we got in this video. So we got guy number 1. Is that guy number 2? Right? Guy number 3. Right? Guy number 4. Guy number 5. Guy number 6. Guy number 7. Guy number 8. Guy number 9. Guy number 10. Guy number 11. Number 12. Oh, bodies on bodies. Number 13. Jesus Christ. 14. Got 14 bodies just that quick. 14 bodies. That is this, like I said, this is why I passed. And I want y'all to understand, these are her girls recording all of this, hyping her up, making sure that she's proud about this. Birds of a feather flock together. Like I said, this is when all of these people need to be on film. You need to know and register who these people are. Because if one person is doing it, they all doing it. That's crazy. That is. I hope everybody out here is being protected. That's all I can say. That is all. I hope everybody is getting has a my chart. They are getting tested on a consistent basis, because that was a lot of kissing that was going on, where the individual decided that, yo, I want to start, just tonguing people down and all. I'm hoping. I'm very much hoping. I'm very much hoping. Like I said, there is no such thing as long-term relationships anymore. You saw that woman with 14 different, 11 plus different guys. And we're not going to sit up there and say like, oh yeah, all 11 of those guys just represents 11 years of her life. Nope. I promise you that was in a short ass time span where she was with most of those guys. In some instances, from what I've seen online, you got a lot of women that'll be with 11 guys in 11 months. Even shorter. So yeah, be safe out there, people. Wrap it up. Get tested. Let's go to the next video.
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom. You said I'm a haddest kid. Don't care if he's here or not. Now you a single mom. Now you a single mom.
Hey, so that's been my my new favorite song at this moment in time, and that has to do with a video that I had. I'm not sure if some of y'all seen the video that I posted, but that song is that's hot fire right there. There's a lot of women that I'm guessing are single mothers that are very angry at this man's song. And the most hilarious thing about this is that those same women that are angry about his song, they are following his page. They're leaving comments. He don't know who any of these women are. And he's now, again, nowhere in that song did it say black women. I just want people to understand, because I understand that people have a different perception and they try to throw themselves directly in there. When you listen to the lyrics of the song, nowhere in there is he speaking about black women. He said, now you're a single mom. Now you're a baby mom. These are the words that he stated. But for whatever reason, black women are getting mad in the comment section. I'm like, how did we get here? He never talked about black women. In the lyrics, he never talked about black women. So why is it that black women are deciding to identify with this? Because last time I looked on Jerry Springer, I looked on Maury, I saw a lot of other women that are not black calling themselves baby mothers. So, like I said, the confusion out here is so crazy. The type of comprehension out here is insane. When a person is not even talking about you, you decide to throw yourself directly in there. And it got so crazy that you got women sitting up there calling his job to get him fired. Do you understand how crazy that it is? That is that, like, but let me show you how jacked up this situation is, though, right? Because I want to put this video specifically in there, because this is why, like I said, shout out to the fathers out there. Shout out to the black men, that are fathers that are taking care of the kids directly out there. Let me get a quick second to find this video. Here we go, right here. Just listen to what the brother got to say.
Single dads never get credit. As a matter of fact, let me tell you a story. Back in 2018, I adopted my niece. She was almost 5. Long story short, my sister had an episode and she lost her kid to the state. Tell me why I became Uncle Dad overnight. Because none, and I mean none, of our siblings with children would take my niece. One of my favorite sayings in Spanish is, donde comen cinco, comen seis, which means where 5 can eat, 6 can eat. It's pretty much seamless to add another mouth. That shows you how problematic my sister was, that none of our siblings with children would take her. I wanted her to be comfortable as hell, so I asked her what was her favorite movie, and she said Frozen. I was like, bet, nigga, I got bedding, I got wall stickers, nigga, motherfucking nightlight, nigga, don't play with me. I was on that shit. I even went to the internet and learned how to do hairstyles for a little girl, because, I'm a grown-ass nigga. I don't know how to do no little girl hair. You see them barrettes in there with them little, man, that shit ain't no accident, nigga. That's Uncle Jamal, nigga. Zigzag parts with the ponytail. I was doing box braids, don't play with me. And we ain't even gonna talk about the process of having to execute a proper wash day for a little black girl's hair. I even had to get her registered for kindergarten at one point in time. My sister was the baby mama drama that I never had and never wanted. Literally got to the point where we had to communicate via the social worker only. She was that bad. Then my poor niece, she had stereotypical stripper's kid syndrome.
So, like I said before, and this is how I know that people only pay attention to the stuff that they want to pay attention to. All the women that are quote unquote single mothers wanted to get mad at the song. But this man decided to take on the responsibility that is not his, by the way, of his sister, who was not woman enough or adult enough to take care of her own situation of what it is that she built. He adopted that little girl, took care of that little girl. And now he got to sit up there and have the single father problems. He got to deal with the baby mama drama, even though this ain't even his baby. But yet women are trying to sit up there and get him fired from his job. But women don't want to sit up there and go after the women who are bums and who are not actually moms. They're only using their kids for Section 8. But then they want to turn around and they want to sit up there and talk about, oh, these men, they're not taking care of their kids and all this other type of word. See, like I said before, when it does not fit the narrative to make a man look bad, this is what they like to do. They like to overlook. They like to skip. This dude literally pulled a Bernie Mac. And notice how a lot of women don't talk about Bernie Mac, though. And he adopted those kids. He literally made that into a show to tell that life story. He literally did that on top of having his own kids. And people want to sit up there and say that, yo, hey, you know, black men don't like taking care of their kids and all this other. That's crazy. This man literally gave you that story. This man right here who made the single mom song, which is hilarious and also truthful at the same time. Because the funniest thing is, I'm just going to put this as a guy who has been through this. How is it possible for women to sit up there and say that there are no good men out here, but yet they still come up pregnant? Somebody do the math for me. Somebody do the math for me, because being in that situation, I'm just trying to figure out who you getting pregnant by. Who you getting pregnant by? If there are no good men out here, all women, it don't matter where you go, women will sit up. There are no good men out here. Who y'all getting pregnant by? Who you got 7 kids by? Did you get them from God? Are you the Virgin Mary? Like, how did that transpire? Like, what's going on? And you never happen to get an answer. You never get an answer. Never get an answer, right? Like I said, there's also another part to that deals with a woman who wanted to get on social media, and she wanted to start giving her 2 cents. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me just do that real quick. I'm not even go through like the whole clip with this woman, because I did a whole video, but I just want to showcase the nonsense real quick. Just real quick. Just got to do it.
He made a video in response to that viral single mom song. He was like, you let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom. And in the video, I pretty much started off talking about race. And a lot of men were trying to act like they were confused about why I even brought up race when he did not specify in the song what race the single mother is. So I was trying to explain to y'all that it's a black man who created the song, right? Now, there's already this stereotype that black men do not take care of his children, right? And since a single woman is nothing but a woman who had a father who abandoned their child, I don't think that it was a good look for the community.
Now, I want to know, she's just trying to write something up that doesn't need to be written. She's just making a whole bunch of stuff up at this moment in time in order to substantiate some type of argument that realistically does not exist when it deals with this video. Because like I showed y'all before, she's going to show you 2 clips, or at least 1 clip, to try to establish her point. But again, I just showed you a video where he literally took on a responsibility of a whole nother woman, of a situation that's not even his, that he did not sit up there and create, of a child that's not even his. because the woman in the situation, the mother, could not take care of and manage her own situation of which she built and put herself in. All right.
I spoke on him being a fair-skinned black man, and I stated that there's already division outside of the community, and we have to deal with it within our own community.
So we're just going to speed this up because she's going to talk a whole bunch of nonsense.
Go have sex with a woman, be in a relationship with her, whether y'all married or not, and literally just see her carrying your child, and just baby daddy literally, you know, is not alive. You have parents, regardless if they marry or not, they will literally have a discussion beforehand to agree to have a child, and the man will still leave. But somehow women are getting dogged because they got pregnant by somebody and decided not to get, you know, an abortion, have the kid, take care of it, and like, oh, and then you got men out here like, a lot of men don't even want to date single mothers because they already have it in their mind that they're going to have to take care of other men's child. And the fact that you even think that is because there are so many men that are deadbeats. It's not the women, it's y'all. I mean, if you were to sit up there and ask somebody, what race of man do you feel is most likely to not take care of his child? Even other black men would say like, oh, you know, what you're really doing is actually be taking their anger out with these men altogether. They will go extinct. There is no them without us. Just stop messing with them, bro. And I'm dressed like this. No, I'm not a dyke. I just think about it is, do you want us to trust y'all or not? Anything that challenges the belief that you go have sex with a woman, be in a relationship with her.
So the part that I was trying to get to is the main fact is this, because I was trying to figure out what position that it was in the video, but it's a 9-minute video. Long story short, this woman that's sitting up here trying to make this argument about black men and how it is that we don't take care of our responsibilities and our kids. She's talking, she's barking all of this, and the husband that she had, well, her ex-husband that left her with 2 kids, was not even black. The man that she literally had children with is not even black. But you see her with all of this mouth. You see her trying to have this argument, this invisible argument. How do you got a problem with black men and kids or whatever it is, but the guy who is your ex-husband is not even black? You're divorced. You're a single mom. That's why you're mad. That's why you're mad. You don't want to sit up there and go, you don't want to talk about the dude who you're not even married to no more, who left you with, it don't matter if he's taking care of them or not. Y'all ain't together. You're a single mother. I'm not with this whole talk, oh, I'm a divorcee with kids. No, you're a single mother. That's what it is. If ever a point in time that I was married and I got kids, I'm a single father. Like that is what it is. I'm a divorcee male with kids. No, I'm a single father. We're not going to try to nicen this up. We're not going to try to dress this up to make it seem more presentable. It is what it is. Like I said, and that's the killing part. That's the killing part when it deals with a lot of videos like this, where you got people like this who want to try to make an argument where they don't have an argument. This is why you got Dr. Umar that will sit up there and tell people, hey, if technically you may be in a different predicament or a situation or whatnot, whatever, you know, you might want to relax or have a certain conversations. She is example one. She is example one on why people need to just sit up there and just relax and just be comfortable where you are. Every fight is not directly for you. This fight is not for her. Your kids came from a whole nother man that is not even us. But you got all of this energy and all of this mouth online trying to talk about black men and trying to talk and refer to a dude who didn't even say nothing about black women. That's the craziest part. How do we get here? And then you got women that follow her as if she's preaching some type of gospel. But yeah, I can give y'all the stats from the CDC that say that black men spend the most time with their kids, both in and around their lives. You even have, let me see if I can actually put this this little image directly up here, because I feel like I need to put this directly up here. Let me see if I got it up here. There we go. There we go. Let me blow that up for people directly right here so people can comprehend what it is that I'm saying. Let me get this ignorance off the screen real quick. What does that say for the class? What does that say? That says this is mainstream media because, like I said before, the only time that people are going to believe anything is when mainstream media puts it out there. Mainstream media said what? Study finds black dads are more involved in children's lives than other groups. Huh? Doesn't that go against the narrative that all these other people are basically stating? Because I want people to understand, what does mainstream media have to gain from trying to speak and talk positively about black men? Nothing. This doesn't get them any type of views. This doesn't give them any hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of ads that they can splice and put in between these clips. Nah, those are probably going to be some of the most low paid advertisements that they're going to put in between and before this story. They don't gain or earn anything from placing any positive news or information about black men. They gain nothing, but they gain everything from putting everything negative about black men. But like I said, I can put this in front of people like her and they will still run their mouth. They still want to believe this false narrative. You literally got mainstream, the same news, the same people that told you that black man ain't this and black men ain't that. They're telling you like, well, you know, we're going to throw a little bit of truth out there because, you know, time is winding down. Black men are actually, you know, statistically speaking, they're actually, you know, dads. They're actually more in their lives than everybody else. We lied to you. This is mainstream media literally telling everybody we lied to you. Here's the actual truth. Here's the data to actually back it up. But do people want to see this? No. No, that's not what people want to see. People want to sit up there and believe and see this stuff.
Her, whether y'all married or not, and literally just see her carrying your child and just be like, you know what, fuck this kid. Y'all go out in the clubs, y'all be buying shoes and clothes for yourselves, y'all be fucking just parading around like y'all just don't have a human being that y'all help create on earth. That is so wild to me. And then the fact that y'all want to sit up there, it's like y'all have cognitive dissonance. Anything that challenges the belief that you already have in your motherfucking head, to y'all, it just, we refuse to have any accountability. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, you have some women whose baby daddy literally...
Like I said, it's crazy.
But you know, the ironic fact about it is he's not a black man.
Found it. Hold on, let me just roll that back just a little bit.
My kids by just anybody. I was in a long-term relationship with my ex-husband and all my kids are by him. He made 6 figures and paid all the bills. He was a good dad, but he wasn't that great of a husband. And in fact, my kids are with him right now.
She said he wasn't a great dad. He wasn't a great husband, but he's a great dad. You picked him. You decided to lay down and have kids with this dude who is now your ex-husband, who made you a single mom.
He's probably up right now at 8 this morning getting them ready for school.
So question. So y'all broke up, whatnot or whatever. You say he's probably up right now getting the kids up. So y'all are y'all co-parenting, or does he have like full custody? How is that specifically working? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, the ironic fact about it is he's not a black man. And I actually have so many black co-workers. I went to school with so many black women that were in relationships with these men, and you would think that the men were treating them right. Soon as they got pregnant, he dipped off. I think the real issue here is, why do y'all not give a fuck about y'all kids? And
you heard that, right? You heard that, right? This big mouth got online, got on TikTok. She got followers of all different types of women there, and she's spreading this nonsense. This is why, like I said, this is why I, in a sense, again, shout out to Hack. This is why I technically do videos like this, where I can show y'all this comparison. Where you, like I keep telling y'all, some people say some shit and it sounds so good, but it's so dumb. It is so ignorant. She's telling you a false narrative, and mainstream media is telling you the real information and giving you the numbers. See how that works? See how people want to believe so much more of the negative? And she's literally spreading this same negative. And I'm showing you a real life story, a study that was done to show that black men are fathers. Who do you think that those women are going to sit up there and believe? They're going to side with her. They're not even going to believe the media. They're not even going to believe the numbers. Like, oh, people just going to make up stories. Oh, they were paid. This is just, fake news. This is, this is. It's crazy. It's crazy. That is crazy. But no. But like I said before, I wanted to make a point, and if y'all look underneath on the original channel, on the SEIJIHITO channel, I got the video directly up there where you can see whatever it is that she is stating in full context, right? I specifically stated in one of the comment sections because I got a woman that appeared directly under there that wanted to ask the question, how do women just become single moms? And I gave a reply directly back to that. Because coming from, again, speaking as a guy who was in this predicament that met somebody who had kids, right? And I didn't sit up there and create them. I was there. And then I still saw that exact same person that I felt that I was helping out go out there and create another child. That is not mine. So again, like I said, I'm coming from experience when I talk about you can't save people who don't want to be saved. You can be a good guy or a great guy. A woman is still going to pick and choose what it is that she wants to pick and choose to do. Like I said, this is why I'm not for the whole thing of women out here. Oh, it's like she was saying, oh, it's the man's fault. It's y'all fault. Y'all the reason that we pregnant. Y'all the reason that we this. No, it's y'all. I watched it happen. I literally watched it happen with my own two eyes. So that's how I know she's lying. That's how I know she's lying. She ain't never been in a relationship with a woman in order to have the understanding that a lot of men actually have, that have the experience. I got that experience. Literally. Like I said, it's crazy out here. And this is why I gave the stat and talked about how 80% of the divorce rates out here are because of women. It's not because of men, it's because of women. Women initiate 80% of the divorces directly out here. 70% when it's high school education, 80% when it's college educated women. It ain't men that do this. And then on top of that, it's women that profit. 90, I'm going to say like damn near 99.9% of the time, women are the ones that profit from divorce and ain't men. They both get alimony and child support. And in certain states, like I covered before, I just want to reiterate to a lot of people who might not know and who have never acknowledged this, there's a such thing as forever spousal support, forever alimony in certain states, which means that you might have divorced somebody 40 years ago. For 40 years, you're still paying alimony checks out to that woman. So like I said, all of this nonsense that I always hear women talk about and yada, 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 nah, it's BS. All automatic cap stars directly out here. You got a lot of people not telling the truth, and they're trying to sit up there and hide behind a lot of trickery. A lot of wizardry, a lot of spells, and a lot of trickery, because that's all this is. Like I said, whenever y'all online happen to see women like this talking, make sure you go do a little bit of research on some factual evidence. Because again, you're going to have a lot of women out here that's going to mislead. She misled two ways. Three, actually. One, the representation of a black woman speaking on what's going on in the black community between black men and black women. Number two, she wanted to sit up there and say that black men don't take care of their kids. But yet I can sit up there against that narrative. I can put up factual evidence and data, stories, articles that show that black men are present and take care of their kids. Number three, she wanted to try to substantiate this argument, badmouth black men, all while at the same time not even dating or even being married to a black man or even having kids with a black man. Her ex-husband is not even a black man, and that's the one who made her a single mom. That's why she's mad. But she's not going to talk about those group of men, though. We don't know who those men are. We don't know what those kids look like, but we know that they're not black. She specifically, let me roll that back real quick. We were right about, I think, here. Yeah, because she said, and I'll oops.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, the ironic fact about it is he's not a black man. And I oop.
She really thought that she was doing something right there. She really thought that she was clowning black men, but she actually clowned herself at the end of the day. The guy that you decided to say I do to, you accepted his hand in marriage, you got divorced, became an ex, became a single mom. And you were like, I oop, because you thought that you actually had a valid point trying to talk about black men while at the same time not even dating black men or being married to one or having kids with one. That's crazy. Like I said, a lot of women, y'all need to stop following people like this. They're going to mislead you. They're going to instill a lot of type of like disdain and hatred within you. They're going to sow those seeds there so that every single time you see a black man out there, you're going to feel and speak the same way that she does. She and women like her are going to mess it up so that you will never have a good relationship with black men out there. I know a lot of black women out here who have never even had a relationship, but they hear women like this. And because they hear women like this, they automatically get the same sentiments. They start empathizing and sympathizing with these women, not even having their own actual real life experiences, but living through the experiences of other women. That's crazy to me. It's crazy to understand and know how smart women are, but they fall for dumb stuff like this. Craziness. So crazy. So crazy. So crazy. Oh, yeah, Keyshawn said what's also being left out is when the mother intentionally withholds kids from the father. That's facts. And this is why I've advocated for men to go out there and go get DNA testing and to go get the rights of their children. Because a lot of these women are just using the kids for money. Literally. If money was not attached to any of these kids, I promise you a lot of women out here would not be mothers. If there was no money attached to these kids, I promise you a lot of women would not be mothers. A lot of kids would be up for adoption, lickety split. A lot of moms, let me tell you this, the moment in time the government is like, yo, we're not doing government assistance, we're not doing child support or anything, a lot of women are going to be abandoning kids. You're going to see a lot of women who had kids, magically, they're going to be out there living their best life. I promise you. And it's going to be a crazy scene. The moment in time that happens, watch. Just like the moment in time when war breaks out, where you got a lot of these people talking about this feminist stuff, guess what? You're going to have a lot of women talking about, oh, I'd rather be in the house. I'd rather be in the kitchen. Let me hurry up and find some way to be pregnant so I don't have to sit up there and sign up. So I don't have to get caught up in it. The pregnancy rates are going to skyrocket. You're going to see women who ain't never been with a man magically pregnant. Like I said, everything out here is a game. And the only one that's really getting played is men. It's crazy out here. It is crazy. Yo, Wash, what is up? What is up? You said cognitive dissonance is real. Yep. And you said too much sexy red. Yeah, it's like I said, it's bad. I try to call out and spot a lot of stuff, before it really takes place and gains, a hold. But people don't like to, listen and watch those videos. Again, shout out to Hack for listing certain things, directly out there. Like I said, every now and again, you need people out there to give that healthy honesty check and to just remind you that, yo, you gotta take care of yourself. Gotta take care of yourself, right? Sonny said they aren't hiding behind their harbored within the toxic environments designed to feel unsafe for uselessness. Keyshawn said, or when the mother is toxic, the father has lost out on being around his kids just to be free of the mother. Yeah, that's another thing that happens too. You do have toxic women directly out here who make everything difficult. And the main argument that happens that you always hear is that how come men don't fight for their kids? But the greatest question that somebody asks is, why do we have to have a conversation that has to state that a man has to fight for his kids? They are his kids as well, but he has to fight for them? That doesn't make any sense. Why does he have to fight somebody else in order to see his kid? That don't make any sense. But like I said, you got certain narratives out here that a lot of people want to sit up there and run with to make it seem like black men just don't do certain things, but yet black men do. Again, this is why I do the side by side. You got a woman talking BS and you got the actual stats. You got this from mainstream media. When mainstream tells you, you have to believe it. Because if I give you the information, if I sit up there and tell you as a black man, nobody's going to believe it. So like I said, nobody questions anything when mainstream media says anything. So there we go. The gods of gods are telling everybody that black men are fathers. Everybody has to believe it. You got to believe it. It's just like when the electoral colleges told everybody that, calm down, Joe Biden is the president of the United States. Did everybody not calm down? So this is the same thing. The electoral colleges told everybody to calm down and shut up. It is what it is. Mainstream media is telling everybody it is what it is and to shut up. It's the same thing. Same thing. Well, I said I went through the same thing with my baby mom. She kept my daughter away, and now I got custody, and now she's mad because I got custody. Shout out to you. Shout out. Let me highlight that to every man out here. If you are at the point of like, yo, I really love my kids, I don't know what to do, just go get full custody. Go get full custody of those kids. You are that father. You are that dad. You really want the best for your kids. You really want to sit up there. Go sit up there and just take 100% custody. Don't do 50-50. Take 100% custody and watch how people start acting. Watch how crazy people start getting. Because now, like I said before, that money is gone. Because that's the thing that people not understanding. The money is gone. Once you get full custody of your kids, there's no child support. And again, men don't ask women for child support. Once a guy gets full custody, it's like, yo, you don't even go live your life. I got this over here. You don't got to worry about nothing. My money is me and this child's money. This child is going to be good over here. You go live your best life and do it. Men will literally tell a woman that. We don't need you here. You're good. Just like I was paying child support, I'm going to be fully 100% paying for this child and knowing where that money is going. You're going to see how crazy people be acting. You're going to see how crazy it's going to sit up there and get. Like I said, shout out to the fathers out there that got full on custody for their kids. Shout out to y'all. And again, shout out to the fathers directly out there, because y'all don't get no type of love. Y'all don't get no type of support. Y'all don't get no type of acknowledgement, even on Father's Day. You still don't get the love, respect, and acknowledgement and value that you actually deserve, even though you are a parent and you are actually here. Shout out to y'all. Because like I said, it's hard out here. Because like I said, as being, as I'm going to just consider myself a Russell Wilson, I had a lot of people who actually had kids that try to, and these were people that I know, people that I considered friends, try to sit up there and tell me that I'm not a father. I'm just playing as a dad. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, this is why I can't fuck with certain people. So this is a SEIJI moment real quick. There were points in times that I had conversations with friends when I was a younger adult. And I'm sitting up here, I'm going to way more hospital visits than they've ever been to. I'm taking a bus. We taking cabs. We're taking, her parents' car. Hold on, I'm gonna have to mute that real quick. I'm doing all of this stuff, right? And I literally have friends sit in front of my face and basically try to tell me that I'm not really a father. I'm just playing as a father. I'm like, wow, I've been here since this kid was like 6 months old. He don't know nobody else. I literally then took this kid to like preschool, helped him with homework, changed diapers, went to hospital visits, had to do overnight stays, and had to deal with like surgeries and all. Like I had to deal with so much stuff. And for people to literally sit up there and try to tell you that you're not a father, it's like, damn, that's crazy. And this is why I told people before, like, it comes to a point in time where you just got to realize where people are and you got to leave them where they are. Whatever understanding that they have of you, let them keep that understanding forever. Don't ever let them sit up there and change that, because the worst thing for those people is to see you actually change, to see a whole nother perception directly of you. And this is why I told for a lot of guys out there, it don't matter if you're a stepfather or whatever you want to sit up there and consider yourself. At the end of the day, if that child is sitting up there calling you dad, daddy, father, papa, whatever, that's all that matters. Whatever any other adult got to sit up there and say, it don't motherfucking matter. All that matters is whatever that child is sitting up there telling. As long as that child is saying that you are my father, I love you, you're the only one that's been there for. If that child is the only one telling you that is God at that moment. Nobody else motherfucking matters. That child is God at that moment. That's the only word that literally matters. I can't explain to you how hurtful that was for me to sit up there and see people that I know say some shit like that to me. I'm like, damn. And I'm like, yo, I looked up to y'all. I wanted to try to have the same thing that y'all basically built. I wanted to do the same things. Like I was literally inspired by quote unquote my friends and everything that they were doing. I'm like, yo, y'all married and y'all doing this and y'all doing that. All to sit up there and hear people tell me that in front of my face. I'm like, y'all got it. I'm like, you right. I'm not a parent. You are so right. And this is the main reason why you don't have a lot of guys out here wanting to, in a sense, be a stepfather, wanting to help women take care of their kids, because a lot of people are going to turn around and tell those guys, you're not really a dad. That's not really your child. What the fuck does it matter? Are you taking care of it? Are you dealing with the child? Are you going to the hospital stays? And this is why I had to sit up there and start checking a lot of people and let them know. I'm like, yo, if you ain't going to hospital stays, if you ain't doing the overnights, if you ain't packing bags, if you ain't staying in the hospital for 2 weeks to the point where the nurses and the doctors that do the changeovers during the mornings and the nights know you by heart, shut the fuck up. I don't care if you are actually a parent biologically. Just because you're a biological parent don't mean that you're actually a fucking parent. How am I, as somebody that didn't create somebody, more of a parent than a lot of parents out here? Explain that. And I'm talking about like at a young age doing this. Because I opted to actually be there. Not something I created, I opted. That takes a lot more effort and energy versus somebody that created something. Just for people to actually realize and know. Because people create stuff all the time and walk away from it. People create debt and bills and walk away from it. People create marriages and relationships and walk away from it. People sit up there and actually buy a house and they walk away from it. I actually stepped into that spot. So like I said, shout out to a lot of the fathers directly out there. Love y'all a lot. You guys are inspirational. I value you guys a lot, either at the stage that I am at this moment in time or even at a prior instance. A lot of y'all out here have made me the man that I am at this moment in time. So like my neighbors, Mr. Redmond, James, my boy's dad, Mr. Thomas, my boy Ricky's dad, Mr. Sertima, rest in peace. My boy Mike's dad, rest in peace to his father, Mr. Roosevelt, and many other black fathers out here. Without them and the black male teachers in my life and the other black males that I seen walking around Detroit, without them being in my life at a certain point in time, I would not be here and able to talk to you as the man that I am at this moment in time. So shout out to all the fucking fathers directly out here, because I know that you guys are not valued. You guys are not respected the way that you should be. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to all of y'all. All right. Just had to get that directly off of my chest. That's something I've probably been holding in for a lot of years. So shout out to, for, you know, again, when this is why I say like live streams and stuff like this are in a sense like therapeutic, because it allows you to basically talk about topics and, you know, reflect on a lot of different things that take place throughout your life. And shout out to y'all for allowing me to, you know, just be able to talk and have these conversations and mention, you know, a lot of the stuff. Again, this is why I say I love you guys and I value you guys a lot. Without you guys being here mentally, I don't even know where I would actually be at this moment in time. So I love you guys a lot. I appreciate you guys a lot. And I mean that with every fiber of my being and to my core. So with that, we're going to end the live stream on that. And I'm going to see you guys on live stream number 83. So peace out and much love. Just in case anybody want to say anything else, I'll probably let it run for a little bit to let everybody do that. And then I'll probably cut it off in about like a minute or two.